What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm your host, Matt Southwell, and joining me this week, they're here every week, or most weeks, Ashley Dye, Dan Gilbert.
Gents.
Boys,
You all well?
very good.
Fresh on this early morning?
It is early. Early for us, anyway.
No. Early for you.
Okay, early for me.
11:15 we're filming, so if we seem half asleep, that's why. It is very early.
It is.
Yeah. We'll get on with it today, Ash, because I know you've got... Well, I don't want to say more exciting things to do, because it's golf. But you do have other things to do.
I do have golf this morning.
But very quickly, anyone that is watching the show for the first time, this is a weekly show that the three of us do, where we get together and talk about the latest news stories in the video game industry. We'll then also go through the game releases for that week before picking each of our favourite games of the week. We have a website where you can check out all of our written articles as well, it's gameinitiative.com, and then we have Facebook, Twitter and all of that. It's all down below.
All that jazz.
Yes.
I
was going to do a jazz thing, but then I didn't really know how jazzes sound. And then they use saxophones and drums and whatnot.
I'm just being quiet because you're digging yourself in quite a nice little hole there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
First topic of the week. So, we had another inconvenient evening early on in the week. I believe it was Tuesday night.
Yes.
PlayStation Network was down. So, by the time people are watching this, PlayStation Network will all be okay again. But
Or down again.
Or down again.
It could be down again.
It could be down again. But the reason I bring this up, even though it's not necessarily current to now, is just this seems to happen quite a lot.
It does happen a lot.
And people are getting more and more annoyed about this. And now it's a service that people pay for. Okay, yes, we've talked about how good PlayStation Plus is because of the games. The point is, you now have to pay if you want to play games online.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's just that. I think Dan might have a little rabbit hole that he can worm down as well about PlayStation Network and stuff. But it's just, what do you think? Sony, I mean, surely Sony have just got to fix it, right?
Yeah, you'd think it was as simple as that. I mean, we talk all the time about how Xbox doesn't seem to have anywhere near the problems that Sony has. But yeah, it does happen time and time again. If it's not down, you're being hacked. So,
Well, that's the only time Xbox has been down.
yeah.
Did you see that this week? The bloke that admitted to it is going on trial. I was like, oh, what a shock! You admitted to hacking something and you didn't think you'd get caught. What a moron!
Isn't it like some 16, 17-year-old kid, or am I thinking of a different one?
Yeah, he looks like 100% virgin as well.
Yeah.
Not that I'm distinguishing what you look like if you're a virgin, but
But you look 100% virgin as well, Matt, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, so, yeah.
Yeah.
at least I don't hack stuff. I'm happy.
But anyway, I do think Sony needs to fix it. I think it's too often. It's not like it's once a year. It's a few times a year.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, when it was down on Tuesday, I just associated it originally with the PlayStation Plus update kind of thing. I was like, it's that time.
Yeah,
So it's like, they're probably just quickly doing something like that, it'll be fine. I didn't actually realise until when I read about it the next day that it was actually a proper
Yeah.
no, it was.
outage.
Yeah, I mean, like when they update the store, it probably goes down momentarily, but it probably shouldn't be more than 4. Well, ideally, it shouldn't need to go down at all. But if
Yeah.
it does, it should just be like a minute or something.
Well, that's what I mean. As like when I
Crossover.
was trying to get on to use
Yeah.
like something, I just assumed at that moment it was that bad timing.
Nope.
But then it
Nope.
lasted
Nope.
longer, so I was like, nope.
Do you think? I mean, Sony have obviously we talked about just last week how they have a nice, healthy lead in the console race at the moment. I mean, to one extent, Sony won't care because they've still sold the consoles. It's like they've been sold. But obviously, the real money to be made is in the software.
Yeah.
And people could potentially have enough of it, especially kind of the people that are very online gamers, which obviously we all are, very oriented to playing online.
Yeah.
Then we'll switch over to Xbox for the stable service.
It's just one of the factors in the sort of, Sony Microsoft war, isn't it? It's okay. I know it's quite a big factor to some people, but to others it might not be. I don't think it's the biggest factor, but it will certainly have a part to play.
The problem is when the network being down interrupts your single player experiences. Like, you can't play the game without doing an update, and you can't do an update because you can't sign into PlayStation Network or something.
Yeah,
but
like-
even people buying a new PlayStation, because didn't we have this? Well, I think I had this when I bought my PS4.
You bought your Xbox. You got it for Christmas.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it's your
My
Xbox was-
There's a
right.
mandatory update. You
There
have
was.
to connect.
Yeah, the PS4 will work straight out of the box.
Okay, yeah.
You won't be able to use all the online
Yeah,
features,
yeah,
but the
but
Xbox requires a one-time connection, and then
Yeah.
that was the time that it was down.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I remember.
So you get for not buying it day one.
Yeah, all right.
So yeah, we'll move on from that. But just Sony, you need to fix PlayStation Network. It's as simple as that. I know it's not as simple as just clicking a button, but you need. If Microsoft,
All that cable's out. Oh, there you go.
yeah, find the person who's taken out the cables and fire him or her. Yeah, and get rid of them, because it's going on long enough, and people eventually are going to get tired of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so who here is a fan of Disney Infinity? Those little action heroes that we
Ooh.
get.
Not me.
No.
No?
No.
How about Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Disney Infinity 3.0, we knew it was coming. We now have a release date for that, and it's all focused around Star Wars, which is great.
Yeah.
We're going to be getting a combined pack, which I believe comes with Anakin Skywalker. Is that correct?
It does.
That is
yeah.
a character in Star Wars. Yes.
Yeah, look at my Star Wars knowledge. I'm so knowledgeable. So yeah, that's coming with the pack, and I am not interested in the slightest. But if people are interested, it's coming out August 28th, and this is just another one of these great money makers. This is going to be even more of a money maker with Star Wars, though. Do you not think?
I think so. Yeah, it's going to be, isn't it? It's all very Star Wars centric towards the end of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically, how I see it as the adults or more mature gamers are getting their Battlefront, and all the kids will be getting Disney Infinity 3.0, because that's the child's version of Star Wars. Just because that's what it's centered around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's.
And then there'll be another Lego game after that.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. For
Yeah.
everyone.
Probably.
Disney Infinity is again one of these. We've got several of them. It started. Was Skylanders the first?
I think Skylanders started it. Yeah,
So
I don't know if it was the first, but it's the one that.
it's the one that. Yeah,
No.
I'm sure there was probably
Yeah,
There might
ones
have been
before
something
that.
else out there that tried it.
and of course we've had the Amiibos.
Yes.
Amiibos.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a word.
Yeah, Amiibos.
Well, actually, it's probably not a word, but that is the brand name for
and Disney as well. I don't know if there's any others, but yeah, we're seeing this more and more where it's more of an interaction of physical items with digital, and where children are finding it great that they've got a toy and it interacts with a computer. It's every kid's dream, I'm sure. So
Well, I think it's the way that we all grew up playing with action figures,
Yes.
and it was great fun because we didn't know any better. But now these kids have all this technology literally in their hands.
action figures
just
come
having-
to life.
Just having an action,
basically.
just having an action figure now is probably considered boring.
Basically, they've had 3 Toy Story films. So it's
Yeah.
like the toys must live.
Exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's what they do for the small price of £15 a pop.
yeah.
Which I suppose is no more expensive than the normal action figures, but
It's not, but
they don't have karate chop and shit.
there's
like
a there's a constant.
that. Yeah, people know what karate.
You press a button in his back, and you'd be all excited because he'd go.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a gif out of that of you two doing that.
Okay.
That's your opening screen.
So yeah, it's it's one of these things where it's just bolt on, and it's never ending really. But from a business point of view, it's good for all of these companies to do it.
Yeah, so we will move on, and Horizon Zero Dawn was Guerrilla's game that was announced at E3. We were all reasonably excited about it. We probably didn't go into a huge amount of details because that E3 show we did was
Jam packed.
pretty intense. It was this is a thing, moving on. This is a thing, moving on.
There's one or two things we have to talk about there. Wasn't
Yeah, there was a few, but I think we weighted it a
We
bit
tried
heavy
to-
at the top of the show
We tried to cram all of E3 into like a half an hour show.
and failed miserably.
Yeah, it was.
But no, so anyway, we can talk a little bit more about it, and there's been it's come out this week that we've got good news for the three of us.
Mhm.
It's going to be predominantly a single player experience,
Good.
which is good. I mean, when you see like this kind of open, kind of ruined world, we see sort of one protagonist in the trailer, but you do start to wonder, is this maybe going to be another game like maybe similar to The Division, where there's lots of people around the world and you kind of interact with them? Nope, all story based. So we don't have to socialise one bit. There will still be some kind of social multiplayer elements there for the people that want them, but I'd imagine that's going to be more maybe kind of some sort of like PvP modes kind of tacked on the end, kind of like Uncharted does or The Last of Us. There'll still be
but to be honest, like that doesn't surprise me because Guerrilla Games known obviously for the Killzone games, and that's very much what Killzone was: single player game with its story. Then it had the multiplayer tacked on at the end.
Yeah,
like I know some people probably turned into their version of Call of Duty in terms of being their multiplayer online shooter, but for the most part, I don't see it as ever really having sold primarily as a multiplayer game.
Have we got a date for Horizon yet?
2016?
2016,
maybe.
Yeah.
No, there's no firm date yet.
Okay.
But I'm excited for it. It does look very, very pretty, very interesting. I think I might have touched on E3 that it already interests me more than the Killzone games did, because Killzone was fine, but it was just like a mercenary kind of shooter game, whereas this looks like more like a ruined world. There's kind of evolution has kind of gone around that one extra cycle again, so there are like kind of these weird old creatures and
they
stuff.
basically bolted on some steel plating over dinosaurs and stuff
it's
now.
pretty much dinosaurs with technology.
Yeah.
You excited for it?
It's a good analogy. I am. It is a good game. I think to.
It is it? You know that for?
No, it's.
It is a good game.
It is a good game. No, what I meant was it doesn't look like a good game.
Good concept.
I do like the look of it, and I think it would just be nice to get. I'm sure in the next few weeks we'll probably see a bit more in terms of detail on the game and what to expect from it, and a few more gameplay trailers. So it would be nice.
It would be nice. I mean, I like that we did get a 6-minute trailer at E3. That was good.
Yeah.
A lot more than you normally get on these reveal trailers, so that was good. But the only thing I suppose you could say that would maybe concern people is that Guerrilla Games have predominantly done like closed world sort of point kind of more. I don't want to say linear because that may be detrimental, but
I know what you mean.
This is an open world experience. There's RPG elements there. They've done. We know they can do shooting mechanics, but can they do this? I like to think they can, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll move on then, and this next segment is kind of like a 4-parter. People that are slightly less geeky than us might not know, but San Diego Comic-Con is going on this week, and with that, I feel that it's been the perfect opportunity for people to be showing off not just games as much, but all the pretty toys that you can get with the games if you're willing to spend more money.
Yeah.
Like this little man right here. Which we haven't really talked about, but yeah, he does look pretty cool.
He does.
Don't do that. It's not going to show up on the camera. I don't think. It does, but very pathetically.
Yeah.
So we've got a few collector's editions to go through. First up, we'll start with the Just Cause 3 collector's edition. We'll put pictures of all of these on the screen so you guys can see it. But basically, I liked what they did here, Dan, because they actually let the centerpiece, as it were, be voted for by fans.
Okay.
I don't think they were like, pick whatever you want, because people being people would have like voted for stupid things like
a willy.
Well, I wasn't going to go quite that far, but
okay.
15 inches as well. So nothing to be sniffed at. But no, the winner that came out was Rico's grapple hook. Big part of Just Cause 2. Looks like it's going to be a big part of Just Cause 3.
Yeah.
Because everyone's doing the grapple hook at the moment.
Yeah, but Just Cause made it cool.
But that's my point, as in it's a big part, because it seems to be the new mechanic.
It's the new...
in games.
It is.
It's a good way...
Across the board, as in kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's a good... people have now played these games and people are still very much into superheroes and stuff.
Yeah.
You want this fast travel.
Yeah.
And if they're not a superhero, they need a way to travel around. And you can either drive, or you can grapple hook. And grapple hook is far.
We saw it in Far Cry 4 for the first time, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
have Far Cry
I think that's
3,
where
so-
Dan's obviously probably referring to.
Yeah, that, and it's part of Battlefield Hardline.
It is.
Like for
Yeah.
the multiplayer stuff,
It
I know
is.
for sure.
Battlefield Hardline is.
It's obviously in Batman.
Well, Batman has everything.
Yeah,
That doesn't-
yeah, but you
Batman's
know,
exclusive.
it's all there.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So this one looks it looks pretty cool. I think it's going to be about £80, so not too expensive. Bearing in mind, like games are normally like 40. So yeah, you get the grapple hook, and then you get, other than that, everything else is kind of standard. You know, like a poster, a little concept art book, maybe like a steel case for the game. You know, the standard things you get in a collector's edition.
Yeah.
So I personally, I don't know what you guys thought, but I actually thought I might get this one if I can, because I actually thought the grapple hook was quite cool.
The grapple hook's
do you
quite nice
do you
little
buy
touch.
into collector's editions ever?
Not often. Not often.
No.
No, not particularly. It's because I'm playing the game really more than wanting the stuff with it.
Yeah, I will agree. I never
Because
used.
once I've played the game, it's like everything will just sort of sit in the shelf or
Yeah.
box
When
or
I eventually
something.
get my games room,
The games room.
Yeah.
I'll have all my memorabilia in there.
When the wife lets you have a bachelor pad.
A man cave.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
This is far from a man cave. It's a tiny little spare room on the back of the house. No, I'm the same as you guys. I never really used to, but now kind of like over the last generation, I've looked back at things that I've missed out on getting, and now I'm starting to regret them. So,
Is that why?
well, I got Batman because Batman's Batman.
Yeah, it's quite a nice piece.
And that was quite a nice. Some of them look, because I always had the fear that they would be like really shit and tacky. But from what I've read, like a lot of them actually are pretty decent. Like I wish I'd got like the Nathan Drake one from Uncharted 3, because you now can't get that, and if you can, it's super expensive to buy it. And so that's one. Like basically, I just want to buy more stuff because I'm a massive hoarder.
Yeah.
We'll move on from that one. There is also, next up, we'll go with the Mirror's Edge Catalyst Collector's Edition. This one we get a large kind of statue of Faith sitting down up against a wall, but she's on one side as Faith as we know her, and then also Faith as a little child. So that looks quite cool. Also, Ash, I know you're a big fan of the body ink.
Body ink, yeah.
Body ink. You can get temporary tattoos with this set. You know,
It's a winner.
both the logo and Faith's tattoos. So there you go. and maybe even for Dan, you know, maybe you've always wanted tattoos, but you didn't like the idea of being stabbed with a noodle.
Noodle. Smacked with a noodle.
You're doing it wrong. I'm sure it's wrong.
Noodles. I did tell you before we started filming that I hadn't slept much. I like this one as well. Maybe not the noodle tattoos, but the problem with this one is it's $200. We don't know the sterling price yet, but you know we're going to get fucked on it.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
gonna
it's
be
going to be like
200.
it's going to be like 180. You know, it's
They'll just straight across just change the symbol at the front.
current rate. It should be like what, about 130,
Ish, yeah.
which is still quite expensive. But I think it'll be more like 160 to 180. In which case, nah,
It's far too expensive.
far too expensive. And based on the fact that you wouldn't even buy the Just Cause one at 80, that probably answers the question on that one.
Yeah.
Here we go. You can have this one, and the Black Ops 3 Collector's Edition comes with a mini fridge.
Oh, that's quite nice.
That is quite nice.
That's quite nice.
Don't know the price on it yet, but it will fit up to a dozen cans into there. None of your lager cans though, only your normal Coke cans, I'm afraid. But
Still
for you healthy.
respectable.
Because remember, this is partly aimed at people under the
Well,
drinking
no, it
age.
shouldn't. It shouldn't be that. Well, I suppose in America it can be.
Exactly.
But I was going to say, yeah, it's an 18 rated game. Just drink spirits.
Since when has
it's
that
fine.
stopped them before?
It's probably Americans as well, because Americans get beer in smaller cans
Small
as well,
cans.
don't they?
Normal
Goddamn
Coke,
Americans. Lightweights. So yeah, and then again with this you get the obligatory artwork and then like some DLC content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just thought this was a really weird. I think it was Call of Duty that you got like a full-on drone with once as well. I'm sure it was. You get like some like night vision goggles or something like really weird, like over the top.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, so that's that one. Would you get the one with a mini fridge, or would you just buy a mini fridge?
More than well, I'd probably just buy a mini fridge, but if I was to get that, it'd probably be that more than the Mirror's Edge one. But again, it's
Pricing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just, do I want it?
Do you need it?
I don't need a mini fridge.
You got a full-size fridge.
I got 2.
All right, no need to brag. Most of us slum it with one.
2 fridges in my kitchen.
So yeah, there's still more collector stuff ongoing here. We've got a Destiny PS4, which is coming out to celebrate the Fallen King, the latest DLC that's been added.
This is the white sort of grey.
Yeah, it's like a whitey grey with like a little gold symbol on it.
Yeah,
The Taken King.
The Taken King. What
Yes.
did I say? The
Fallen King.
Well, after being taken, he will be fallen. So if he's been taken, if he's not on the throne, someone's going to steal it from him. So there we go. But I actually thought this console looked quite nice. I will not be buying it because I already have a PS4, and I also don't agree with the fact that they're releasing a brand new limited edition console for DLC on a game. Not even a full game.
I know.
DLC on a game.
It's also got the tiny hard drive in.
Oh yeah, 500 gig
500. Yeah.
big hard drive.
But it's basically because they've had all their leftover Destiny release white PS4s, and they've just had to put a quick thing over the top.
Quick, let's just put a little bit of grey and gold on and it'll be fine.
But that's basically all they've done, though, in terms of what you're looking at.
I'm pretty sure it's a bit more technical than just colouring in a little bit of grey and gold. But
Yeah.
and I don't think so. I think the white ones were the soul because everyone wants white when it's black and everyone wants black when it's white.
Yeah,
it's
we
weird. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
I'm sure the white, like the Xbox One white ones, they sold really quick. They went out of stock, crazy. So I'd be surprised if the white PS4 is not the same instance.
Yeah.
So yeah, 500 gig model.
Nah, unlikely.
And
If you're going to get one now, if you don't already own one, you're not going to get one with the smaller hard drive, are you?
well, you can
Unless you're going to swap it.
I mean, if you like the look of a console, you haven't yet got a PS4, but really like the idea of Destiny, then maybe it is the right one for you. Because, like you said, you can easily input a new hard drive in. You can pick one up. You can pick up a 2 terabyte one for like 40 quid or something.
Yeah.
Not really expensive, but it's just whether or not you want to.
Yeah.
But it's like my console sits on a shelf, packed in with all my other consoles and all my other stuff, and I hardly ever see it.
Yeah,
And the only time I look at it is when I have to dust it.
I don't even dust mine.
No, you don't, but yeah.
I tried to dust it the other day, and then I got distracted. Well, I didn't try, like I failed. I started dusting.
No.
Problem is, though, the PS4's on the bottom shelf of my unit, and I started at the top because that makes
It
sense.
does make
Yeah.
sense.
So I did all the TV, I did the unit, and then I did the Xbox One and the Skybox, and I did all the shelves and stuff, and then I got bored before I got to the last corner.
ADHD.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're closing out the special editions. This one isn't really special, but I'll just mention it anyway. Gears of War Ultimate Edition, we know, is coming out August 25th. We know what it is. It's remastered original Gears of War. It's going to be bundled in with the Xbox One, and it's going to be the same price. So effectively, you get the Gears of War Ultimate Edition for free.
For free. Yeah,
Which-
that's a better sales pitch.
Smart move on Microsoft point. I mean, it's Microsoft owned IP game,
Yeah.
so they're not having to pay any studio to get the rights, unlike Sony are probably having to do to pay to get Destiny in there. So makes sense. Probably a good game to pick up, especially if you're new to the Xbox side and haven't played Gears of War.
Is this physical or digital game, or not said?
Yes. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would
Probably digital.
I would
the way it's
assume
gone.
it would probably be digital when Xbox have normally done
Yeah.
console bundles. It's been digital, unfortunately. Like when I got my day one release, it came with FIFA 14.
Yeah.
the FIFA 14, and that was digital code.
Yeah.
Which is a bit disappointing if you want the game, but it's like, yeah, it's still free, isn't it? So
Yeah.
if you really want the physical version, go and buy it,
Yeah.
and then sell the digital code to someone, and then it will basically,
Be your money back, yeah.
yeah. So that's it on the console front. Although we have one very important thing that we have not yet touched on, Ash.
Yeah.
Is this the Xbox One you're going to buy, Dan?
No.
Oh, the Gears one. Yeah.
Why no? Like it's a stupid question. And I'll keep asking you every single week, every single day. Well, not every single day, but every single week. It's got to come up on the show at some point.
It does. It's
Yeah, I'm just
We should start.
biding my time.
If we biding your time. It's been 2 years. That's not biding your time. I mean, you're not only 2 years for that. You're 9 years late to the 360.
Yeah, but nobody wants the 360.
Why not? It's a
Yeah.
great console.
Once you knew what the
Better than
Xbox
the
One was
PS3.
coming.
Well, yeah, with backwards compatibility as well.
Exactly. Anyway,
Let's close out the show with a fun little story that it broke at the end of last week, but we didn't cover it, so we'll cover it this week. It's not really overly timely. Some clever gentleman in the worlds of the internet. Well, not in the internet, but he posted on the internet. He might live in the internet. Don't know what that is. Anyway, he has. Oh, for fuck's sake! He's
Not much sleep.
I know. He's hacked a N64 controller so that it works with the Xbox One. So maybe that's the tipping point for Dan. I don't know.
that you can
I
use
think
an N64
he would have
controller
made
on
it
Xbox
worse.
Yeah, if you watch the video, I mean, it's not flawless, and obviously a lot of games are designed for dual stick mapping, so the practicality of using it isn't overly great. But I think the
Practicality of using it when it was actually the N64's controller.
I
And
like the
the N64 wasn't great.
I like the N64 controller for what it was, because that was back when single stick movement was there.
I don't
So-
really understand why people do stuff like this, though. Like,
Well,
what's-
there's
Proof they can, and they're smarter than everyone else.
And there's also method to the madness. He basically said he was thinking about doing it because they announced the Rare Replay collection,
Yeah.
which has got a lot of classic N64 games on there.
yeah.
But then again, they're not remastered. So if you're going to use the N64 controller and it's the N64 games, just
use
get
it
out
on
the N64.
Yeah.
But-
Exactly.
But it's still, it's cool. That's like you said. It's more to prove that they can do it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. You know, there's Perfect Dark there. Perfect Dark fitted so well on that controller. So if I could play it with that, then that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would enjoy it. Have you ever hacked a controller to make it work with a different console?
No.
Then you can't comment.
Okay.
Sit down with your limited hacking abilities.
That will always remain.
Or we'll have to look at what day you did it and see what you accomplished on that day, and then weigh up which
Yeah.
one of you had a better day.
I probably managed to get out of bed.
Well done. Well, so did he,
Yeah.
and then he hacked the controller. You might not have got out of bed if it was like a Sunday or something.
Perhaps.
We will close out then with the game releases for this week. Not many, but a couple just to get through here. We've got Formula 1 2015 for the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. The latest version of the Formula 1 series. We're all pretty happy that it's finally on the new gen.
Yeah,
After missing last year, I remember when we talked about it, we made fun of it last year.
we did.
Because it was releasing on like year old or like old hardware.
PS3, yeah,
Yeah.
it was previous, yeah.
But good news, if you really wanted to play it last year, you can actually play the 2014 season in the 2015 game.
Ah,
So you're getting 2 seasons in one.
Yeah, so basically, if you want to be Fernando Alonso in a Ferrari, you still can.
Yeah.
that doesn't really mean a lot to me, but
Racing.
I know. I gather he doesn't. Well, I'm guessing he doesn't drive for them
Yeah,
anymore.
he basically took
Right.
or had career suicide this year, from what I gather.
Yeah, but that wasn't intentional.
No.
It's the equivalent of everyone that went to Manchester United this year thinking, oh, it's been great, so it will continue to be great. And then it was shit. You don't understand that reference either, do you?
No, 'cause that's football.
Golfing term.
No, it's fine. Honestly, let's move on.
Tiger Woods.
We're
He was
boring.
good once.
We're boring everybody.
Rocket League.
Yeah.
PS4, PC. The free game on PlayStation Plus is now available. I've been playing it this morning already, and Dan gave it a go as well.
Yep.
It's good fun. Fun game. Basically, we chatted about it. Was it last week or the week before last when they were announced? Must have just been last week.
Last week, I think.
It's football with racing cars, and having played it, it's still football with racing cars. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's a lot harder. Well, it's probably actually about as hard as you would imagine. I didn't think it was going to be easy to control
No, I didn't
football with a
think
car.
it would be.
But good fun, really good. Will be a really good multiplayer game. There's up to 4 versus 4, which is
8.
yes, well done.
Yeah.
He said which is. I thought you were.
No, I was
thought you were
going
reaching
to
for the
say
answer.
no. I was going to say which. You throw me off the corner. It would be very chaotic because we just played 1v1 and then 2v2, and even the 2v2 was like a little bit busier, so twice as busy. There you go. See, look at that. I've got some maths on my own.
Yeah.
Ender of Fire on the PS4. Yeah, not really one that particularly interests me.
No.
Same.
From the trailer, though, it looked like it was basically kind of like a fighting RPG-ish game.
Yeah.
2D, 2.5D. It looked more like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really. When I watched the trailer, I was like, I don't really want to have to research anything else because I'm a bit lazy. So please, by all means, fill in my empty gap of knowledge.
Yeah, I must admit I wasn't sold on the gameplay footage, how it looks. It doesn't seem that great. No.
I think
So you did the same. I know you've done the same as me.
I think there's just better games of sort of like what it's trying to show out there.
I mean, yeah, I haven't researched it enough to comment on it. I'm just saying, I watched the trailer, it didn't hook me, so I moved on.
Yeah.
Because I know there's other games that I do like this week. We got Numa Breath of Life, which was originally on Xbox One, probably PC as well, and now PS4. It's a fun little puzzle game. I've played it on Xbox One. It looks very pretty, uses the Unreal Engine, and basically it's just you have to manipulate certain things which you use with your field of vision, like certain parts of the world, like spin and go in and out based on when you look at them.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
actually
very-
quite hard
Yeah.
when you get toward the end. But
I think I like the concepts. Other puzzle games haven't done quite this sort of thing. It's your puzzle game with a bit of a difference, a bit of a twist.
yeah.
And I like that.
And then we've got Red Goddess Inner World, also on the PS4. This is a platformer game. Basically looks like, what was the description you gave? Someone that hulks out.
Yeah, I said like based off the start of the cinematic trailer, you start off with someone normal, and then when you want to fight, you're basically hulking out into something slightly different.
Yeah, so there's probably hopefully a bit of a story there for why that happens. But
It doesn't look too bad.
it looks good. The map, just the map overlay, kind of really reminded me of being almost inspired by Guacamelee. Not quite as colourful in the game. It's still colourful, but a different type of colour palette to Guacamelee.
Yeah.
But that sort of kind of game of like 2D kind of open world platformer
Yeah.
looks like it could be fun. But at the same time, it did have a 1.5 star rating on the PlayStation blog. So, but then again, the problem with when you go to like these websites where users can rate stuff, it's always 1 or 5 star
Yeah.
because people.
It's either exactly what I wanted or not what I wanted at all.
Yeah. So I don't trust. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't trust people, which is really stupid because I'm expecting you to trust me, but I'm better than most people, so it's fine. And closing out this week, we do have another Xbox One game as well as Formula 1, and that is Spectra, which looks like it's basically a spaceship runner game. That's what I can tell. Synth music, kind of going quite fast along this track, and you have to collect the coins while dodging the wall. It really reminded me of something, but I can't for the life of me think of what it
I can't
is.
think what it is.
And these guys offered me no help in my pursuit of an answer. So do you think? I thought that one looked quite fun though.
It looks. I think it's going to be harder than it looks.
Really, I would have thought it looked quite hard.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's going to be harder than that.
What is this? An Outcast song? Like, what's harder than hard? Right.
Yeah.
So that's it on the game front. We haven't spoke too much about them this week. I think mainly because Rocket League, obviously, we already dived into.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what Formula One is. The other ones,
Numa, we've already covered as well.
Numa and that. The only thing I will say about Formula One very quickly before you guys vote is I did pick it up yesterday because I don't really know why. I have no time to play it. I was like, hey, let's just waste another £40 on a video game I won't have time to play. I already have no money. What's another £40?
I nearly bought it and I thought, no, I'm going to wait because I've just got so much to play at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got The Witcher 3 and Batman is priority for me at the moment.
Yeah. I'm going to end up spending the next month playing Rocket League now.
And with games coming out, I mean, we're going to start to see the releases pick up again now, I think, over the next few months. And I'm a bit worried.
You're worried.
I'm worried.
It's fine, you've got plenty of time to win that lottery so that you don't have to work anymore and just play video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the only thing that worries me about that is, and me and Dan have talked about it briefly before, is that it doesn't have you can't create your own driver. And I went into
That is definitely not in there.
Yeah, it's definitely
Okay.
in there. So that's while I tried to start the championship mode and you can just pick a driver. And also I'm worried that they call it championship season. So I'm really worried that it's only going to be like a one season thing.
Because there's 2 modes, isn't there? There's like...
There's a season, then there's a pro season.
Yeah.
And all the pro season is it's a normal season, but all of the assists are switched off.
that's it.
The drivers are on the hardest difficulty. The races are the full 70 laps. So in other words, it's basically just like... I don't know why they have 2 separate modes, because you can set all those settings in the normal mode. But I guess there's probably an additional trophy or achievement or whatever. But
I would think so.
yeah, I'm a bit worried that if it's just going to be like a one season thing, then it's like, well, that's not really what I want.
You want progression.
I want to be able to... I've put myself in Sauber, which was one of the weaker teams, and I'm hoping that I can like race and get offers to move teams. But because I'm already a driver, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Which is a step back from previous ones where you could do that. So I'm a bit worried. But
to be honest, that is why I ended up cancelling my pre-order, because I was reading about that and it's like, well, that's not what I want either. It's like, if I get it, I want to be able to have some kind of progression for
career,
driver.
like you have in every racing game, basically, or every sports game.
Most sports games,
yeah. They all have a career with progression, and if it's not in there, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yeah.
So, but I just thought I'd add that there.
No,
guys.
it's fine.
What's your picks of the week?
I think for me, it's actually going to be Numa, because I'm probably going to be picking the game up. Numa Breath of Life. It's a puzzle game with a bit of a difference, and I'm really wanting to play it. So, yeah,
you'll have fun. And good news. Well, it will be the same game. It'll be an easy platinum. You just basically complete all the puzzles, and that'll be a platinum for you.
Cool.
So I might have to pick it up again just so I can make sure you don't get away from it.
There we go.
I've never bought a game just to get the platinum, but I suppose it's the first time for everything.
But you will now.
No, I won't. I might do.
You will.
Dan?
Rocket League. It's like, I really enjoyed like the 2 games that we played before we started filming and so on.
All 10 minutes.
Yes, and I pretty much feel I'm going to end up playing more of it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick that. I mean, I was going to lean towards F1 because I'm a big F1 fan, but I now have reservations about the actual depth of the game. It feels like all F1 games previously. The handling's good, the presentation's really, really good, looks great. Happy to see it on the next gen, but I've played both this morning and I already had more fun playing Rocket League.
Yeah,
because it's just a fun game.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going Rocket League. And that's it.
Cool.
We will close up. We'll let you go and swing the old golf club.
I'm late.
That's fine. You're late for everything. It's
I
fine.
know, but I can't be late for this.
It's fine. We'll let you go. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Leave us any comments down below about the news this week. Not a hugely exciting week in news. Everyone seems to be closing down for the summer, but obviously, if you're excited for Disney Infinity or whatever, let us know. Let us know also, maybe if you've played more F1, what you think of the career. Is it as I fear? And are we being too harsh on Ender of Fire as well? Probably not, but
maybe not.
So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and check out all of our links and stuff in the descriptions below. But for now, Ash, Dan,
Thank you guys.
Thank you. And everyone out there, we will see you next Monday.